How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. 3:36. 3:36. January 7th. Um, well, futures kind of gave up a little bit today. We had a nice move to the upside to start the day, and we kind of fell off a little bit. All right. We had some pretty good volume coming down on a couple of these moves on the spies. Um, we had better volume on spy coming down than we did on anything else, even with the Qs. The Qs were pretty good today. They did not break the day. Um, and Spy did. And Spy goes out, finishes the day with the shooter down. All right, so I'm just gonna go through some names. We're gonna look at AI and see how absolutely horrible it's trading. Tesla kind of gave it up big time at the end of the day. So that's where the SPY is. All right, so I'm gonna start there, and SPY is really tied into the tech. And that's the deal. All right. So shooter down day here. We close on a low too. All right. So we got up to 693.96. That's a new time. That's a new high. All right, and we got a shooter coming back down here, 689.24. If you want to break that, that could go into force. You could take another day down. But we still got the full time frame continuity. Okay, so if you're in a position at the end of a day and you're holding on to something, and then a shooter comes in on a day on the group that you're in, you got to weigh the fact that you still got some strength in here. Okay, this is what's really carrying it on the big time right now. We start to lose months and quarters, then we start to get real problems. All right, dailies and hourlies, they can be remedied. You know what I mean? They can be remedied a lot easier. Now, even the week is tougher to deal with. Okay, and I'm shooter down week. All right, with 2 days to go. All right, and we got some stuff coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to get the jobless claims, we're going to get consumer credit, and we're going to get the Fed balance sheet. I'm turning around and looking at my calendar. And then Friday we got unemployment. All right, we got unemployment, we got non-farm, we got Michigan sentiment, and we got housing. Housing starts. All right, so we do have, and we had ADP this morning, and ADP wasn't bad; it was in line. All right, so we'll see what the jobless claims tomorrow, and then we'll see. Maybe there's a little bit of fly in the ointment with the market coming down today. Don't really know what brought this market down today. It did finish pretty strong. I mean, I said it finished really, really good in the beginning. So I'm going to go back here to the hourlies so you can get a real good picture of it. Right? It was the three here that gave us the 2-2 up to the highs, and that's all-time high again now. All right, and then just could not get the higher highs after that, guys. You see that? All right, so cannot get a higher highs. What are you getting? You get lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. All right. So we finish somewhere inside here. 689.62 is where we're trading right now. So right now we're going to be inside this bar. All right, coming. That was our last 60 of the day. All right. Again, now still going to take some time to break it. And if you want to break the SPY, have to get back down to 685.71. All right, 685. So you're still about $4 and change away from there. All right, so we're still holding up okay. We're holding up okay. I don't like the shooter down here, but it is green. So we'll just see what transpires over the next couple days. Unemployment numbers are going to be important to to see what's going on. All right. And they've been coming in pretty much in line and looking for like 55,000 jobs is what we're looking for. We had 64K from last month, so they're looking for 55K somewhere in that vicinity. All right, so if we come under that number, it could cause some trouble. It's all gonna be, how they're gonna look at it, okay? And that talks to the rates, and that talks to the Fed, and all that other stuff that goes on. All right, so SPY, there you go. And I'm gonna just go through here, Nvidia, Chop Shop. All right, what can I say? You get the big 3111. You get this. Everything's trapped inside. All right. There's couple of twos in there, but at the end of the day, no, they're not. They're all trapped inside here. All right. So this created this range today with this really big move on NVIDIA to start the day. All right. We got from that 191.37 all the way back down to 186.56. All right. So in the big scheme of things, all right, we're not going to be moving out until we get above there, or till we get below there. Now, we got some room on the downside here to still play and see what happens in here coming back into this area if that's where we start to go. But we do finish the day with an actionable signal with the 60 inside. All right, so they got the 2-1. See what bring force tomorrow. It's trading at 189.08. It's right where it went off. All right, so there you go. 3-1 stuck inside. After the big three, we sat for 3 hours inside. All right, we didn't make a move. All right, so and then we finished again with the actionable to finish the day. All right, so that's your NVIDIA. Meta fell apart early. Meta kind of puked it out right away. Another one that's trapped inside here all day. So until we get outside of this range, this is a mother bar, and this is kind of going to be a little problematic. It looks like, as we did test almost it here, right? We tested it there, but we held. All right, so then you get that 2-2 back up and then puke out the rest of the day. All right, so Meta, there you go. All right, stuck inside, guys, stuck inside. All right, and that's what's going to continue to create that chopping. All right, Amazon, another one here, same thing, right? At the 3-2-1-2 up to the highs. Couldn't get the higher high. So what did we do? We got lower highs, lower highs. All right. So we finish here. Now we're not stuck inside of anything in here. All right. This is your 3 to start the day. So we're trading at 241.57. We're right here. All right, so nothing's really doing right now. And there's your week. The week is pretty good, I got to say. The week's not horrible. It's pulled off here a little bit with this move down here. All right, but we'll wait to see what's going to shake out because we are well inside quarter, but we do have month up, and it's going to take something to trigger it too. 257, guys. All right, so but remember now, there's a lot of time in the quarter. Okay, there's not as much time. It carries a lot more weight. All right, but the month is the one that we kind of rely on a little bit, right? So we're 2 up on month here. We are hammered up and looking better on the quarter, okay? But again, we're playing the time game on that one, okay? All right, so Google, another one, chop, man. All right, another choppy one here goes 2 to start the day with the 2-1-2. And then kind of stalls out here, makes the move. So this is what I talk about a lot when I say, that spike that goes up and then comes back down. These are the kind of things that I look for, especially when we're in the broadening formation, when we're up at the highs. It's interesting to be keeping an eye on stuff like this, okay? So, buyers were able to take this thing all the way up, and then, they're still positive because it left green. A lot of guys, still in there possibly, right? So now you got the 2-2 to finish the day, just chop. All right, so tried to make a move, couldn't get anything going. Tried to get a move to the downside, came back up. All right, so buyers did try to get back in control at the end of the day, and there is your month, which is 2 up, and you're close on a quarter, a lot more than you are closer to a couple of the other ones. All right, so Google's a little bit better. Tesla was doing some puking at the end of the day. Some nice puking at the end of the day here. Busted out the low of the day. All right, so triangle out, broadening formation, and you got the lower low on the day here. All right, so it was pretty choppy, man. All right. All right. So, and look at that. You're trapped inside that for the most part, but this guy did break that low out. So we'll look to see if Tesla's got some more puking in the tank after that 2 down. All right. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Tesla 431 is down $1.55 today. You got nice shooter down on week. Okay, with 2 days to go. All right, Microsoft showed some muscle today. Grandpa got up, man. I gotta say, Grandpa got up pretty good today. Start the day, boy. The 2-2-1-2. All right, never could get the higher high again. So that was that, and then we got lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. All right, so coming back down, still kind of stuck in the middle of the range. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing's going to come in tomorrow. You're going to be coming here with Sneaky Pete somewhere right inside here, right around this 483. I thought it got a little carried away up at 489. I didn't trade it. I had some positions that I was just kind of sticking with what I had. So I really wasn't looking for any other trouble. All right. So 222 back down. And again, you're going to be stuck right in the middle of the range coming in this one. You have not yet taken month, and you are buried inside the quarter. All right. And they're still red. All right. So Microsoft, full time frame continuity for the downside, except for the week, which is sitting with 3.3 right now. All right. So we got expansion. And we got more expansion, and we wait to see how this is going to come out. You still got 2 days, so we don't know where this is going to land yet. But we can get a pretty good idea. I can get a pretty good idea by looking at it. All right, Apple wasn't good today either, man. Apple, down $2.03, down 0.7% to the downside today. Apple tried to get it going with the 3, and then it just chopped out, gave you the shooter. Shooter gave way, went into force, took it down. Tried to get it back here a little bit at the end of the day, but Apple, not good, not great. Look at the 3-2 downer on the week. All right, we ain't going there. We're 2 down on month. All right, so sit tight with Apple, man. There is no reason to go after this stock whatsoever. It's going to take some time for this thing to change right now. So you guys know what I think about AI and all these stocks. We sell rallies, right? And boy, I tell you, was I right today? All right, sell rallies. All right, I talked about this morning. I talk about it every day. I've been saying, okay, we want to be selling into strength on tech. All right, I put that out on Twitter this morning too. All right, so that's an idea. You get the idea. You see where we're at, and you know what's going to happen next, right? So Avgo coming back down here, AVGO had a nice move to the upside. Look at this 3 that he put up here, but this guy came back up and took it. They had the wherewithal to run them all the way back up, but then they turned around and they puked, and that's a full reversal coming back down. It did finish green, so it tells us that it's still bullish. But then you got the red came down in the 3-2 back down. Couldn't get, and you got higher lows. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, Avgo. I'm not going to talk too much more about that because S&P 500 is really tied into that. The Palo Altos of the world had a better day today. They came out hot. They came out really hot, and they really didn't give too much back. So keep an eye on these. These things might turn around and get back going again. Fortinet was better to FTNT. Yeah, Fortinet. All right. With the 3-2-2 kind of surrendered here a bit, comes back inside, tried to get better. We'll see if these can start picking up where they left off. You are inside one on the week. Looks like it could stay inside there from the way it looks right now. All right. So CrowdStrike is another one. I'm not going to go through too many. This is it. All right, CrowdStrike. Yeah, we finished with the 3-1-2 downer. That's really the story of the day there. Did a nice move to the upside with the 3-1-2 back down. All right, so we see if that can go into force and start to bring it back inside a little bit. We'll see how these guys do, the cyber guys. All right, so better start and then just kind of fell apart a little bit. I think it's the story. That's the story for today, and that's really what it is. If you like this SanDisk, SANDK, this thing is up. What are we, 3 days in or something like that? This thing's up 45%. All right, this is like, all right, there you go. All right, it was trading at 280 to 354. All right, so nice move to the upside. Leave it alone. All right, please. Leave it alone. All right, so SanDisk, nice move to the upside there. All right, that is on the tech side. Okay, and now we'll go through. So what did we? And here again, I wanna. What I really want to say, and I'm going to go back to the hour. Well, I could keep it on the hourly. We know that we got strength we got buyers on the month, and we got buyers on the quarter, and we got buyers on the week. Okay, so you get a day downer here now because when you pull it up to the day, there you are. You're shooter down on day. All right. So if you're in these stocks, like I'm in Apple, I'm not in Apple. I'm in Walmart, and I'm in Nike, and Nike was really garbage today. It was hard to hold on to Nike today. $2.13 to the downside, and it's not trying to get back up right now either. And either is Walmart. Walmart was down $1.62. But so the point I'm trying to make is that if you're in these positions and you give up a day, you're still okay. All right, you're still okay with the day. Now, if it wants to take two down, then you're going to have to start figuring out what's best for you. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? If you're profitable, do you want to protect that? You probably would want to do that. Do you want to worsen the situation by taking more to the downside if it's coming down? Well, if you think it's going to reverse and come back up, then you can maybe think about that. But what I'm saying is that I think, especially you new traders, protect your money, man. Protect your money. All right, so shoot her back down here. I'm holding on to Walmart because I feel good enough with the quarter up and the month up on XRT retail. All right. So, when I talk about that, how about Victoria's Secrets, man? That was a wild card I gave you guys 3 days ago. All right. And look what happened in 3 days. I hope somebody got Victoria's Secrets. I've been in there. You know what? I made the foolish move of getting out today, and I can't even say why. Now it might be difficult for me to get back in. All right. Look at the week. It's just beautiful. All right. And this was a great call. I want a ribbon. I want some kind of ribbon or something, or at least maybe how do you do I'm glad you gave us this one because this one was a really nice one to the upside. All right, Victoria's Secrets, that was a really, really nice trade. All right, and that was just coming off of a wild card. So retail sector, we lost the day, but that's it. We just lost the day. All right, so don't get nervous about losing a day. Days are going to go. All right, weeks and months and quarters. Those are what's really holding the weight. Okay, so understand that. I want to reiterate that a lot. All right, so and there's your retail. All right, Macy's didn't have a good day today. Macy's was down all day. Macy's was downer day. I'm not in it. I got out, and I don't know. Macy's is probably going to come back to should come back down to here to our levels where we get some support at 2141, 2140-ish. All right, we'll see I'd like it to go down there and test that and then see if we can get something better there. All right, and what else did I talk about this morning? And I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but on Twitter, I'm going to pull it up because these are exactly the things I said this morning. So where is that Twitter at? Where is you? All right. So this morning, this is what I said. I said the futures were mixed, which they were this morning. The NASDAQ was down small on the opening here, and that was definitely what was going on. And the diamonds were just up a little bit. What did I say? I said XLT and XLY should continue to push, and they did, but they kind of fell on us a little bit today. All right, we lost some of the retailers today, and we lost some of the discretionaries today. And we had that Lowe's was up there, and then they kind of gave it up, and Home Depot was like following, and they kind of gave it up. So I didn't really like the way they traded today. They didn't show the muscle that they had. And then that kind of that's what led to what happened with the diamonds today. All right, so there we go. I got Macy's up there, but so that group, it kind of took a breather. All right, and I'll pull them up on each one there. I think I already showed you the XRT. So there's your discretionary shooter down on day. All right, don't get nervous. But it's probably going again. Yeah, the whining, but don't, it's got to sit tight so you can dine later. All right, so shooter down here on discretionaries. I still think these are pretty strong. You still got, but you have not yet gotten month, so you're more vulnerable because you're inside, and you're inside here too. All right, so they are more vulnerable. The 2s up are better. Okay, so XLY. We'll see what happens there tomorrow. And then we talked about XLV. And XLV made a nice move today. That's a 3-day now to the upside after the hammer. That hammer went into force, right? 2-2 up. So nice. Now it's kind of surrendered a little bit coming back in. You got 3-3 on the week, so you got expansion, which means we're probably going to go back inside somewhere. And they kind of gave it up a little bit at the end of the day too. All right, my Merck fell apart today. But Merck moved up pretty nice in the morning. It got up to 111, and then it backed off here. I'm going to get back to the hours. So tried to get it going again here at the end of the day after crapping out. All right, so there's your 3-1 back inside. You do have an actionable. You'll be looking for that 3-1 to go back up to the upside because you have full time frame continuity to the upside. All right, so if you're in there, I think you got to stay in there. All right, that Sarepta that I talk about, I bought some of that today. All right, it kind of fuzzed out at the end of the day with this insider. Now we wait to see if this thing can get going here. All right, you got really you're tender, man. Super tender. All right, so 212 up on the month here. I'm protecting really close because these things could trap. These things could triangle out immediately. All right, but we'll see with this one. It might make we might turn it into something where what we were just talking about is where we could get a situation where we got this 2-2, maybe another 2 up. Okay, now we'll see, we'll see. All right, but healthcare picked us up this morning. Okay, and I'm going to go to the Diamonds when we're done with this. All right, so they picked us up, right? And as I said on there, XLV can keep pushing. Defensive stock should stay good. They were okay. Raytheon's coming up better here after the close night. Now RTX, that thing's moving up here a little bit. RTX crapped out big time on the day. All right, but when you look at the 60s, blah, 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 all right, ooh. All right, Raytheon, but it's coming back up right now. It's trading right back now up to 193.37. 193.30. Is that right? Yeah, from 185.73 is where it closed, and it's trading at 190. Thank you. I'll take that. All right, let's turn on the overnight. Bob, boom, get it, baby. All right, there we go. Raytheon, right back up. All right, so then we'll check Iridium. We'll see if that. I'm sure not getting that one, I guarantee you. That's a nice move there. Here. All right, IRDM, Iridium. Not much doing here. Coming back down. This thing's, it's not a great trader either. All right, Raytheon. I think that one's better. Stick with that one. Rocket Lab has been really kind of jerking around here. Not much to talk about. Chopping. Talk about chopping. My mama told me you better chop around. All right. So that's garbage. All right. So until we find something that's going to send us one way or another to some place that we want to go to, then we'll see. All right. Boeing fighting back here. Boeing got knocked down a little bit today. All right, down to $1.72, and it's fighting back. I'm not sweating Boeing. I think Boeing definitely going to go higher. All right, so Boeing I'm holding on to. I got full time frame continuity to the upside. I do lose. I'm damn losing that month. I mean that week. All right, I do have that shooter coming down in that week, so we got that going on. All right, so Boeing, and we'll take a look at like Lockheed Martin. These are the ones we kind of watch here. There you go, Raytheon. Look at that. Lockheed Martin coming up with that same thing with Raytheon. How about General Dynamics? You going to give me another one here? Look at what's going on. All right, look at the defense stocks all of a sudden. What the hell's going on there? All right, something going on? I wouldn't be surprised. All right, General Dynamics moving there. Pretty good. How about Northrop, NOC? Another one here to the upside, guys. All right, I can't say what's going on. 612, man, from 577.01, guys. All right, damn. All right, nice move to the upside. Got to see what's going on in the world. All right, Northrop, big move to the upside there too, and might as well take a look at that. Palantir coming back up too, guys. So 185 from 181.68. All right, so you guys should be in these stocks, or you should be watching these stocks because we've been talking about them. All right, so you should definitely be having an eye on them. That's for damn sure. Raytheon's the one I got, and I got that Iridium, and that Iridium, it's not that great. All right, so that group, something happening here, and I don't know what it is, but nice move to the upside. All right, so we got that going on. I'll take that on the Raytheon. All right, what else do we have to go? And then I said that we're selling into strength on AI, and that's been true. They have definitely been coming down, and they've been chopping. They've just really been chopping more than anything. And then the cloud stocks were better. Well, yeah, some of the cloud stocks were better today here. All right, CRM came out guns a-blazing. All right, came out guns a-blazing today with the 60. If I got to turn that off, and then you get a better look. 2-2 back up. Didn't really get back up too much from there. It did make a little bit higher, 267.87, but it finished with a decent day, up $3.22. Snowflake, what'd that one do? That one was down for the day, down $1.03, 0.044%, just slightly lower there. Adobe, I think Adobe had some bad news yesterday, so Adobe's been a little bit trying to fight back. Yeah, yesterday kind of garbage. There was news out on Adobe. I can't remember exactly where, but so it's the 3-1-2 back up, and then kind of gave it back here. And then IBM had a really good day yesterday. IBM had a really nice day yesterday. There, and then she comes back inside. So a little shadow boxing. I call that shadow boxing when two bars are next to each other like that. They're like looking at each other. All right, so we'll see that. All right, IBM. All right, so cloud stocks a little bit better, and Microsoft is one of them. And Microsoft definitely had a better day today as well. We already talked about that. All right. And that was it. We had some ADP numbers out this morning, and I'm going to wrap it all up, and I'm going to talk about diamonds because I didn't talk about it. I'm saving it for last. All right, so fell apart at the end of the day. Wah, wah, wah. Look at that, man. We try to get something going here, and then they take profits, and that's it. It's all it's profit taking. All right, they got a little nervy. They got a little nervous coming back in. So shooter still, we still got all of the good things, right? We got the month, we got the quarter, we got that week. All right, so don't fret if you're in these stocks. Protect. And then look to see if this thing can start to shore up. If it wants to get nasty and start turning down, we'll see, man. Again, going into Friday, got to kind of be loose, man, because if they miss on another on an unemployment number, they could move. Okay, they could move. I don't say they will, but they could make a case too. All right, 55K is what they're looking for. All right, so diamonds, and then I go down to the hourlies, and it really crapped out at the end of the day. All right, this was me whining. All right, if you know what I mean. All right, there was some whining in this. All right, holding Walmart and Victoria's Secrets and some other stocks that I'm in. All right, so you got to hang in there. Right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I did hammer back up a little bit, and if we pull it up on the overnight right now, we're really not doing anything here. All right, so we're stuck inside. All right, so that's where the diamonds are. We know that the healthcare was pretty good. It fizzled out a little bit. Our discretionaries and our retails took a little bit of a hit on a daily, but still holding strong on all the bigger time frames. So there's no reason to get out, but there is a reason to protect. SoundHound busted out today and got back up to 1130, and then crapped out again, coming back down. So I don't trust these BBAIs and these SoundHounds. They move around pretty good. You can trade them, but I don't know if they're going to get their act together and keep it going. They're following the same group that is chopping everything up, so I think we leave it at that. All right. That's it. And then I put this out every morning on my right in here. All right. This is my page. All right, here. This is my page. If you don't know who I am, now you know who I am. This is how you can find me on Twitter. All right, and this is where I'll put out a morning beat every day. I'll put a Double J Strat teacher inside there. I'm posting videos. I haven't been posting as much on Twitter because I've been doing a lot of videos on YouTube, but I will start to put a little bit more onto there. And then my Discord. I don't know if you've seen my Discord. Uh, this is my Discord right here. So you can, and right now you can come into the room at any time. I'll give you entrance to get in, and then you can listen to us during the day. So I put up a screen here, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. And then you got guys that will make comments and things and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. Sepia Group Trades is the name, and you can find us there. All right. So you got that. We got that too. All right. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here. All right. So everybody have a wonderful night and be good. Be good.